the minute you decide to shoot, you're making a decision, where you point the camera, where you position yourself. Those are all very subjective things. And they reveal, very much what your point of view is. But I think it's, the audiences are so sophisticated now, and hip to media, and, it has to be an integral part of what we do as filmmakers, because everybody's always aware of the camera, and there's somebody behind the camera. Yeah, I think what happened is that because the cameras got smaller, I was able to take it off my shoulder. I'm left-eyed, so I was always a big glass eye to people with the shoulder-mounted cameras. So for me, it was a complete liberation to be able to take the camera down here and to relate to people. I could see them, they could see me, they could see my expression, I could show them I'm what my emotions are. And so it was liberating, it was completely liberating, and I don't think I'd ever go back to the shoulder-mounted cameras. It's just made an entirely different kind of filmmaking possible, where I can interact with people. It's much more participatory. It's much more fun. It's evolved for me. The filmmaking has become much more, as I said, interactive, so that, I started out in the early days as a fly on the wall, and it was so false, because we weren't flies on the wall. But the minute we would put the camera up, for instance, on An American Family, which was a very successful series about the Loud family in America, was sort of the first what they call reality television. We were part of these people's lives, but the minute we put the cameras up to start shooting, they would pretend that we weren't there. And then we'd shoot for a while, and they'd put the camera down, and then we would, shoot the shit and be friends. But so this is, a kind of an evolution, a natural evolution. We don't pretend anymore that we're not there. And what I try to do when I'm shooting is, instead of standing back and using the long end of the zoom and looking over people's shoulders, as I try to get inside what I call the circle, because interactions kind of take place in a circle, and I want to be part of that circle. And for that, in order to do that, you have to earn your way, which means that people have to get to know you, you get to know them, you develop a relationship, there's trust, and that's how you get inside the circle. But it's something you have to work at every day, and it's just a different, it's a more honest approach to what the relationship is between the filmmaker and the people they're filming. It's, it acknowledges that there is a relationship. I think you have to be a little crazy to do this kind of filmmaking. You have to be willing to take as long as it takes to get your film, and that could take. In one case, it took me 20 months of filming, but I think you come to a certain point where you realize you have what you need to make a film, and then you can stop. But yeah, patience. There's a lot of waiting around, and it can't be the kind of waiting around where you're thumbing your phone. You have to be present in the moment, always listening, being aware of what's happening. And when you work with somebody over a long period of time, and I always try to work with just one other person, keep the team really small, You have to be in sync so that you both know when you're going to start shooting, and that means everybody has to be in tune. You can't be on your iPhone. So yeah, it's a lot of waiting around, and a lot of people don't have that temperament. Well, people are always, asking me what camera should they get, and I always say wait until you know what it is you want to shoot, and then find the camera that's right for that. Because there are so many different possibilities, and you need to figure out first what the requirements are for what it is you want to make a film about, and then go get the equipment. Also, if you buy a camera today, 6 months later, it's going to be obsolete. So wait. I think one of the most important things you have to do, I spoke about this a little bit earlier, is that you have to establish a relationship with the people that you're pointing a camera at. And in some cases, that's easy because people are complicit. They're very often people who let you into film. They have something they want to say. They've got something they want the world to know. And so you are kind of a tool. So in a way, it's a two-way street, you're using each other. But again, a lot of times what you're shooting is very hard to take emotionally, and you have to respect that person that you're filming. What we do, when Nick and I are working together on a film, we'll just start working with our favorite scene, the thing that most excites us, and we'll work on that and put it aside, and then we'll work on our next favorite scene, and after a while we've got a whole bunch of scenes together, and then we'll start stringing them together to see what we need to put it in between.